Hey, what's up guys? This is Rudy from Pro Civic, and in this video we're going to show you how to install the SiriMoto engine bay washer kit. This is designed to be an all-inclusive kit for the 9th Gen SIs, so I'm just going to walk you through the process of installing pretty much all of this hardware on the Civic, showing you where some of the components go. But the cool thing about these kits is that they come with so many different screws and washer sets, different types of sizes and all that. You'll be able to kind of pick and choose where you're going to be using these washers, but we're going to show you some of the places that we found best suited for this application. So it should be a pretty straightforward process. Let's go ahead and show you how to install this kit and walk you through step by step. So before we get started, you want to make sure you identify all the hardware that's included. As you can see, I have one of these packs broken down, and you want to make sure you do this if you're going to be doing this install. It'll kind of help you out, making sure you identify what all you received with your kit. For this vehicle, we have a few, or actually quite a few, fender washers. We have some square nuts. I'm going to show you how to locate those, along with the long bolts that will replace the bolts on the intake manifold cover. These standard fender bolts, there's quite a few places where you could install these, so I'm going to show you some of the preferred spots. The rubber expansion nuts, these will replace the clips that hold down the radiator shroud along with the hardware there. Allen keys for both big and large, large and small diameter bolts. So yeah, that pretty much breaks it down for you. Let's go ahead and get started. So now that we know what the hardware is that we're going to be working with, we're actually going to start with the replacing the clips that go here on the cowl. As you can see, we've already removed ours. Actually, they've broken due to the fact that we always take them on and off. So something like this is really good to have because the bolts aren't going to break. You simply need to take them off. So we're going to use a square nut underneath and standard, one of the bigger diameter bolts with the washer. And since we're here, we're also going to do the one for the slave cylinder, or excuse me, master cylinder reservoir for both the clutch and the brake. Next up, we're going to remove the rubber or plastic clip here that holds the washer filler neck in place. We're going to use a square nut underneath and then a standard bolt with the washer on top. We're also going to use these washer and bolt combos for this fender bolt here, this headlight bolt here, and the two radiator support bolts, one on either side. One quick thing to keep in mind is you want to do each one of these one at a time. You don't want to loosen both of these up and have something kind of fall out on you, especially when you're doing the hood. We'll do that next. Since we're already here, we're going to go ahead and swap this one out as well. This is holding the air conditioning line. All right, so let's go ahead and take these off here. We're going to do one at a time for the hood. You don't want this thing to fall on you if you take off both at the same time. Replace those with our fender washers. Working our way down from the hood, we're going to do the nut that's on the hinge to the body down there. We're going to use our last 2 square nuts to cover up these holes. There used to be a kind of a rubber plastic piece that was part of the factory intake. We removed that for the engine intake here. And then finally, we're going to remove these bolts, replace them with our standard bolts here. Same thing with the radiator support. Using the 2 longer bolts with the washers, we're going to replace the 2 10mm hex heads holding the intake manifold cover. Alright, so our final step here, which by the way you can do this in pretty much any order you'd like, is going to be the clips for the radiator shroud. These push clips just come off. You simply pry up on the center portion here. They'll come right off. It's a total of 8 clips. And then you have one on either side. You have a nut with a hex key socket. So you're going to use a 5mm hex key to pop those loose. At that point, you'll be able to kind of mess around with this, move things out of the way as you need to install these rubber expanding nuts. These nuts will go in place of the clips, and I'll show you how to install these along with their 5mm screws. These are the smaller screws that are included. You're going to use one of the washers with that screw. And to replace the bolt on either side, same thing, we're going to use the actually the bigger 6mm bolts for those. Now we're going to drop these rubber expansion nuts in place of the clips that were in here. Drop one into each hole along with the small 5mm screws and their washers. Tighten everything down, and then finally install the bigger 6mm bolts here with their washers as well. And that'll pretty much complete the installation of the SiriMoto engine bay washer kit. Again, you know, you might want to take the liberty of installing some of these washers in different locations from what we showed you, but we just wanted to give you an idea of how it all comes together and you know, some of the places where you might want to use these. Again, some of them are specific, such as the rubber expanding nuts for these clip replacements, but feel free to use pretty much any of these components where you see fit. Again, my name is Rudy from Pro Civic. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely leave us any questions or comments down below. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more updates and check out our website, procivic.com. Thanks again.